Yo, what's up, my Wolfpack? For the pack right here. And Hero Mashima, Hero's having fun with this manga, dog. Hero is having fun with this manga, dog. I have seen the wildest stuff in this manga, bro. In this chapter, I really enjoyed this chapter. I almost wish it was longer, dog. It was probably one of the most entertaining chapters of Eden Zero that I ever read. Chapter 105, Dragonfall. I don't know why, but I just really enjoyed this chapter. I didn't know what to expect, but it was too entertaining just for a simple flight travel, right? So jumping right into it, right? Um, as um as the crew is approaching the Dragon Falls, Shiki is looking amazed at all of the dragons, the robotic dragons flying throughout space, right? And as they get closer, they see that a large chunk, a good portion of the dragons are dead. They're all heavily damaged. They're all destroyed, right? And we find out that the Edens won. That Ziggy's ship made it there first, and he took out most of them, or a good percentage of them, right? So as the Eden Zero is making its way through the destruction, the carnage of the deceased robot dragons, one comes from out of nowhere and tries to attack the Eden Zero. And so while Witch is trying to maneuver out of the way, some more dragons show up. We got Rebecca, Wise, and Amora utilizing the ship's guns and firing at the dragons. And there's a moment where Hamura is struggling utilizing the ship's guns. So Jin comes in and starts utilizing the guns on behalf of her. And there's this funny moment where he's all like, this doesn't mean I forgive you because this doesn't mean I forgive you because you hurt my sister. And Colleen comes from out of nowhere, hugs Mara and says, "Please forgive her, brother. It was Drake and Joe's. It was Draken's fault. It was Drake and Joe's fault that we were in a terrible situation. So please forgive Homora or Homoran, whatever she called it. She called it this weird version of her name, Homoran or something like that. So she was all like, please forgive Homoran." And Jen was all like, "I forgive you." So apparently Jen is the type of brother that just can't say no to his little sister. And Homura was all like, "Oh, so you got a sister complex." Bro, that had me dying for a minute, a good minute on end, right? So yo, um, they're flying off at the robots and at the robot dragons, right? And Hermit activates some sort of ether link, right? That allows that allowed that allowed Tamora, Wise, Rebecca's, and Shiki's ether gear to transfer to the ship's guns, right? And they start manipulating the bullets and start firing off at the robot dragons, right? So Rebecca got her dream, right? She finally got to utilize her ether as a gun. So she starts firing off super fast bullets at the dragons. Weiss utilizes his ether to turn his bullets into a giant net to capture some. Homoros firing off blade-like bullets at the dragons, and Shiki he just fires off a giant gravity cannon-like beam and just completely obliterates them, right? And so, as they finally get rid of the dragons that are chasing them, they make their way out of the Sakura Cosmos, and into deep space, and as they're going through deep space, they enter the I can't I think it was called the Poseidon Necker system, something like that. Something Poseidon. I think they enter like the Poseidon Necker cosmos area. All right, and once they enter the Poseidon cosmos, they come across this giant wave, this giant spiral of water, right? And there's a bunch of fishes swimming around in it, right? And there's a moment where they get pulled into the water, and Ivory tells Witch to break free, and when she's about to, and when there's a moment where Ivory tells Witch to break free, and when she's about to, there's this giant abomination, this giant demonic monstrous fish-like creature just chilling in the center. I was all like, "Yo, what the?" I was like, "What is that?" Dog, it was creepy. It was cool. It was dope. It was all of that, dog. I never got hyped over a fish before, but the design was clean, dog. Just giant demonic looking fish like creature just chilling in deep space. Why is there a lake in space? Heroes wilding out. Heroes wilding out with this manga, dog. Heroes wilding out, bro. So, um, the Wish just managely she just Wish just barely manages to avoid getting the crew devoured by the giant fish, demonic creature, because it was swimming or floating towards them with his mouth open with just thousands of razor sharp teeth, right? So she just, with just thousands of razor sharp teeth, so she just barely managed to avoid getting her and the crew just chomped on, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I'm just have to look at my phone real quick. If I'm not mistaken, uh, yeah, that was the end of the chapter. The chapter ended with a witch avoiding the giant fish creature. And yeah, the name of the area they're in is Poseidon Narrow. Yeah, so they avoided getting eaten. They avoided getting eaten by the giant fish creature, and they're officially in the Poseidon Narrow sector. All right, and it looks they're in the I cosmos. All right, so they're no longer in the Sakura cosmos. They're in the I cosmos, and it looks from the one area that we've seen, it looks pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to this new area of the Eden Zero world. It looks pretty dope. I like, even though we haven't really made much progress, it looks pretty dope. I like what I've seen so far. Hero's having too much fun with this manga, dog. He's going all out with this manga, bro. I really enjoyed this chapter for some reason. I don't know why. It was just hype. Oh, and when the crew was putting their ether gear into the guns, I forgot to mention that Shiki. There was a moment where Shiki, before he fired off that gravity cannon, he had transformed into his overdrive state, and he was looking as clean as possible. My boy was looking fresh. It was hot. No homo. Pause. But yeah, man, this was a real good chapter. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I can't wait to chapter 106. Um, but anyway, that was it. That was the end of the chapter. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in my next video. Peace. I'm out with back. Your Alpha has spoken.